talking. You know, if you look at an interview from me from 10 years ago, everybody says, I love that interview. People didn't love it back then, though, because I was speaking to the future. I'm 10 years ahead mentally, and I'm trapped in today's time. And every now and then I crack you a smile for 2013, but I'm cracking you a frown for 2023. And I'm focused on what it's gonna be. Just mark my words. As I'm Kanye West, you seen my execution. Did I?
Hey, God, Jay-Z, I know you got. Please don't sit him at my head. Just call me.
When are we finally gonna have a real conversation about whether or not Rihanna?
They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me.
That's because Jay-Z worked so fucking hard to change the narrative of that night. Now, Rihanna was only 14, 15 when he started her and signed to the Def Jam. It's clear to say that the herpes that she had came from the person she had been most sexually involved with, and that was Sean Carter.
This Rihanna incident is getting much deeper, and it is now being reported that someone had planned the entire thing and used that woman as a patsy. And baby, Kanye West is warning Rihanna to stay on high alert because her opps would come for it again. And allegedly, these opps are none other than Beyonce and Roc Nation. It's been long rumored that Beyonce and Rihanna don't actually get along because Jay-Z allegedly put his sausage in Rihanna and even supposedly infected her, which she later gave to Chris. But baby, no one thought Beyonce hated her to the point of putting a hit on her. What makes this even crazier is that Beyonce has already been linked to the death of one of Jay-Z's other mistresses, Kathy White. And interestingly enough, Kanye was actually one of the first people to accuse Beyonce of having a hand in Kathy's death. Coincidence? Well, people don't seem to think so. Okay, so I'm sure most of you know by now that we almost lost our girl Rihanna to a crazy woman, Ivana Ortiz, who drove all the way from Florida to LA just to park in front of Rihanna's house and open fire on the property. And a lot of people don't know this, but she was one shot away from actually getting Rihanna. According to reports, Rihanna and her kids were actually in the Airstream she has at home, and one of the bullets pierced through the Airstream. A couple more shots and Rihanna would have been hit. That's how close Ivana got. Now, as soon as this happened, Rihanna didn't just move out of the house. She actually left the state to a secret location. And according to reports, she ran away because she thinks someone powerful was behind it. I mean, yes, we've all seen those videos of Ivana acting crazy on social media, and even calling Rihanna a witch. But word on the street is, Rihanna believes those videos are being pushed to cover the fact that this was a paid hit job to end her life. Someone said, Rihanna leaving town is further proof that she knows that someone powerful sent that girl to hit up her house. If it were an isolated incident, she would switch houses. She would not flee the state. Jay-Z is behind this, but ASAP could be behind it as well. Now, I don't know why this person threw ASAP in there, but a lot of people have definitely been pointing fingers at Jay-Z and Beyonce, but especially Beyonce. And yes, they have their reasons for this. You see, Beyonce has a habit of allegedly going after women who have a history with Jay-Z. And I don't think this is news to y'all, but Jay-Z and Rihanna have been long rumored to have had an affair while he and Beyonce were still in the early years of their relationship.
Jaguar Wright explained how Rihanna was sold to Jay-Z at 16 years old. She explained how it was super sketchy that Rihanna got brought to America at only 16 years old without any parental supervision, and how she auditioned for Jay-Z at 3 o'clock in the morning. She explained how it didn't make sense that Rihanna's parents would let her fly by herself after just meeting Evan Roberts all the way to America to meet with Jay-Z in the middle of the night. And she alleged that Rihanna's dad got a $500,000 payout for letting this happen. She alleged since this was all out of the blue, Rihanna would have had to flown on a private plane to get from Barbados to America because she wouldn't have had a visa and her parents were not around with her to fly to America. And Rihanna even explained how Jay-Z would not let her leave until she signed the recording contract, and the label locked her in the office until 3 a.m.
You've gone through.
So tell me about your audition with Jay-Z. Tell me what he said to you.
A really good audition.
Yes.
But before I met him, I was so nervous. I was shaking literally. But the moment I walked into the office, the atmosphere was so warm and welcoming.
And you had to sing a cappella for him?
Yes, I had to sing. I sang Fun to Replay. I sang another ballad from the album last time.
Yeah. So then what did he say to you? He said something to you.
Oh, yes. He said, we don't sing songs here. We sing artists. And there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, and we're interested. And there's this sudden feel of relief.
But then he said something about a window and a door or something.
Oh, then he said, he did it homework.
I did a lot of homework on you, Miss Lady.
He said, there are 2 ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal sign or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
So you was like, where's the pen? Where's the paper? I'm signing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure working with Jay-Z, you met Beyonce.
That's right.
How was it like meeting her?
I could not speak.
Really?
Really. That's someone I really looked up to for a long time. And it was after one of my showcases, and he was introducing me to everyone from the label. Then he finally said, okay, one more person. And there she was. And I could not speak.
And she gave you some advice.
Yes, she did. She just told me to, when I get on stage, let loose, have fun, and be in control.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to let it go.
No.
Because, she'd be like, what? You know how she does it.
I mean, it is pretty weird because Jay-Z just started talking to Beyonce as soon as she turned 18 years old. And not long after Rihanna signed to Jay-Z, there was rumors swirling all over the media that Jay-Z was cheating on Beyonce with Rihanna. And a lot of people still to this day never understood why Rihanna and Beyonce are not close, and we've never got a collaboration with the two of them, even though Rihanna was claimed one of Jay-Z's biggest stars. Jaguar Wright then went on to allege how Rihanna's last album, Anti, was basically a cry for help. She talked about how creepy it was that Rihanna did the album cover of a child with a crown over her eyes. And it says that the Anti-album is about a person opposed to a particular...
We gotta have a real conversation about whether or not Rihanna was to Def Jam.
She was an innocent baby when she came over here. And look
She
at
was
her now.
14 going on 15 years old. Flown over without parental supervision in a private plane by a man who was supposed to be a producer who auditioned her at 3 a.m. in the fucking morning in a hotel room. Auditioning at 3 a.m. in the morning, a 14-year-old girl.
With no parental consent.
With no parental, nobody. She was flown to another country. She was taken to Def Jam headquarters. She was left in a conference room alone with Sean Carter for nearly 6 hours alone.
Apparently, the reason Beyonce didn't attack Rihanna sooner was because she didn't have concrete proof that the affair happened. But she recently did, and she isn't letting it slide. And a lot of people were quick to believe this. And in case you were wondering, yes, I am talking about Jay-Z's now deceased alleged pregnant mistress, Kathy White, who conveniently died of a brain aneurysm right when she was getting prepared to announce her affair with Jay to the public. In fact, Kanye West tried to tell people about Jay and Beyonce's alleged connection to all these deaths, but everyone was too busy thinking he was crazy. The popular news reporter Liz Cronin made this tweet back in 2017 that said, "When Kanye West says Jay-Z has I believe he is talking about the people who Kathy White."
Hey, Carter, Jay-Z, I know you got please don't sit him at my head. Just call me.
Well, she recently made a follow-up tweet going into more details about what Kanye meant when he accused Beyonce and Jay-Z of allegedly having people unalived. Note the date. Hey Jay-Z, I was the reporter who talked to your alleged mistress right before she died / was I know everything. I know what you did. Go F yourself. Your time is coming. Maybe you and Diddy can share a prison cell. Justice is coming. It's only a matter of time before spirit cooking Jay-Z is exposed like Diddy. There's a reason Kanye said Jay's got I would know. He's evil to the core. I pray there will be justice for Kathy White one day. The false idols will continue to fall. Mark my words. What's even more sketchy is that right when Liz started exposing all this, all the articles about Kathy White started mysteriously vanishing from the internet. Maybe someone caught wind of the allegations and decided to scrub every piece of evidence off the internet before people could dig deeper into things. But that obviously didn't work because several blogs had already covered the story and taken screenshots of the articles. Rhymes the Snitch actually reposted this article by Hollywood Street King, claiming that Jay was having an affair with Kathy. The article said, "There's a juicy little rumor bubbling under right now, claiming Jay-Z is boning one of Claudia Jordan's homegirls, a chick named Kathy Karina White." According to the diary of a Hollywood Street King, Jay's been smashing for a while. Enlarge this picture, and you can just make out Kathy and Claudia standing just to the left of Jay. Too close for someone not in his inner circle. Now this is where it gets even more interesting, because just a year after Kathy and Jay's affair, she mysteriously died, and her cause of death was reported to be a brain aneurysm. But of course, people didn't buy it. Once again, Hollywood Street King came through with all the proof, and even went as far as talking to one of the NYPD officers who was part of investigating this whole situation. There is an article that I came across, and it detailed everything that actually happened. The article read, "Yesterday, I got the news that Kathy Michelle White had suddenly passed away. So I quickly began my investigation, and guess what? Kathy did not die from a brain aneurysm as reported widely around the internet today. According to an NYPD detective who told me, Kathy's cause of death is uncertain. And later today, we will have the autopsy and toxicology reports. Right now, the death is considered suspicious." Kathy White died exactly 1 year to the day from when I broke the story of her and Jay-Z's affair. A 911 call came in from an apartment on 130 West 19th Street in Manhattan. Ambulance came and took Kathy because she was sick. They took her to the Beth Israel Hospital, and that's where she expired. It was too early to be speculating that an aneurysm killed her. They will be doing an autopsy later today to check out the cause of death. But someone might have given Kathy a bad drug. So they'll do a toxicology, and we'll have to wait 2 weeks for that report. 2 weeks before her death, Kathy was contacted by a major tabloid that was investigating the Jay-Z connection. She called Jay and told him that she was going to go public with their affair. Then, little more than 48 hours after the announcement that Beyonce was pregnant with Jay's baby, this young lady suddenly dies under suspicious circumstances.
Kathy White's life was taken unfairly. She actually died screaming, and the Carters are responsible. But one of them is just a little more responsible than the other. Question is, did Sean Carter delete his mistress, his pregnant mistress, because his wife was jealous? Or could it be possible that maybe his wife's temper is just a little worse than most people think? And maybe he just had to clean it up to protect the brand, see? I mean, I'm just speculating.
People also brought up this disturbing poem from Beyonce's song Anger, where she goes into details about wearing the body parts of her man's deceased lover, if that's what it'll take for him to stop cheating.
If it's what you truly want, I can wear her skin over mine, her hair over mine, her hands as gloves, her teeth as confetti, her scalp a cap, her sternum my bedazzled cane. We can pose for a photograph, all three of us, immortalized. You and your perfect girl.
Now, none of this is proof that Beyonce was the one behind Rihanna. But people are definitely connecting the dots. And the fact that Kanye West blatantly accused Beyonce of having unalivers definitely makes everything much more suspicious. And let's not forget that before Kanye went off the rails, he was very close to Jay-Z and Beyonce. So if anyone knows them well, it's him. As usual, people had their thoughts like this person who said, "I always knew Beyonce was jealous of Rihanna, but she at her house while there are kids inside? That robot is evil." Another person said, "How convenient is Rihanna getting shit at? And now it's a bunch of Beyonce press." Okay, we know y'all behind it. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think of Beyonce getting accused of having a hand in this? And do you really think Kanye is onto something? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.